and this is a story of just gone wrong. Horrible story, actually, guys. It was very bad. It never works out, guys. Okay, so let's get right into the story. So begins day. I'm pretty young, a couple years old. You know, at the park. I was about in like 5th grade or something, I believe. And I was at the park with my friends and my brother, and we were just having fun. You know, of course, let's have fun. Fun's great, okay? Unless it turns for the worst, which this happened. So we're having fun, I guess, playing sports, and that was literally what we did. We just played sports. Seemed a pretty normal day, you know, the sun's shining and whatever. And next thing you know, I hear, I'm just gonna get right to it. I hear this horrible crying noise, and I turn around, and I just see somebody lying in somebody's arms. Like, this is a little girl in this older woman's arms, and my grandmother was there, because, you know, we went as a family to the park, but she just left to sit on the bench. So she was like, this girl was, you know, with my grandma, but like, her grandma was there, so like, she was lying in her grandma's different arms or whatever. And it was like, just horrible, because it's crying, I don't know what's happening. And then I got an explanation, which was like, so messed up. So basically what she was doing one of those, what's the word, jump trick shot slide things, I don't know what it's called. Basically you do like these tricks on the slides, which like, you know, like you can do like belly slides, and you know, you can do just regular slides, you know, you on your back, just lie down. She was doing like a belly, just on your belly, straight down slides. But to make it more fun, she basically wanted some speed. So essentially she did just that. She ran from one end of the park, because, you know, there's like several slides. So from one slide to another, she dashed at like her full speed, and she just dived. Except for the fact that the slide curves within the first few seconds, like when you're on it, it literally instantly curves. Like you go on it, there's like, I guess if you're going down, like 2 seconds of straightness, and then all of a sudden it just sharply turns, like not 90 degrees, but it turns, okay? And this turn, man, totally messed her up, because she fell, and she literally miraculously, which actually was not a miraculous event, basically jumped so far, like she had enough speed, she somehow just luckily clipped the sand and hit the pavement. There's a lot of sand where the pavement is, you know, where the pavement is, like, you know, like, there's a lot of sand, about less than a meter, like half a meter of sand in length, like a meter stick, like 100 cent, half of that. So still a lot of sand, but I guess not enough, because she hit the pavement, and she had jewelry on, keep in mind. So that was just not great, because she landed and the jewelry kind of like spun or something while like falling, and it like, she landed on her head, and the jewelry was there, and she cut her head open. So basically, because it like cut her head open, she was kind of screaming, crying, and that's why I heard her crying. And basically everything, you know, about her falling was an eyewitness description. But essentially, like, what the heck? Okay, so basically she's crying, and then you know, her grandmother comes along, like she's already there, but she grabs her phone out and quickly like calls an ambulance, because she got no car and her parents aren't home, so like she got to call an ambulance. Just basically get, you know, save her life, because she's kind of gushing blood. And so she like held this giant ass napkin gauze thing. I don't know, she had like gauze, I don't even know, but she was like holding it there, you know, like just trying to just put enough pressure to stop bleeding. And she like had enough pressure, and it actually stopped bleeding. Just straight up, it stopped bleeding, but it hurt because the adrenaline's gone after, you know. And it was freaking painful. Like I know it's painful, because like it's pretty painful to crack your head open. So just saying. But essentially, that is what happened, and that wasn't it though. So basically, this grandmother calls the freaking next level, just calls the 911, says, you know, my child fell, she's bleeding, but this was in Chinese, so this is like a transcript thing, because I can't, you know, just say it in Chinese, because this is an English YouTube channel, this is YouTube, you know, I'm not gonna be that dude. But anyways, that basically sparked just like this emergency urgence for like the police So basically now the police are just rushing in. Like you can hear sirens in the distance, and then finally a police officer, like one police officer, gets there, and then that basically like literally this super loud siren. So the police officer shows up and tries to like look at it because the paramedics is like on the way, but it's still you can hear the freaking sirens blasting, and like she's like, okay, what's going on? And she like looks at this girl in pain, and there's like a super just rough cut on her freaking like literally rough cut, actually very rough on her head, and she's like, yeah, that's gonna need stitches. So she gives this anti-disinfectant thing like to make it like safer, I guess, like so it's like, you know, because it's right now she landed and there's probably sand in there, so like it makes it so like there's no infection or kind of a low chance of infection, because you know you don't want infections and stuff. So like yeah, that's literally what happened. So this police officer is like standing there watching, so you know she doesn't like die, or no, she's not gonna die, but you know that's a lot of blood, and she's making sure because dude, that's a pretty big cut. I'm not gonna like go into detail because it's pretty messed up. But basically the paramedics come. Okay, paramedics come in, just freaking out. Like the sirens are so loud, and like the lights are like seizure inducing, like that kind of stuff. It's literally just inducing people's seizures, and it was just crazy. Finally the freaking paramedics come out, and like they're trying to get this girl into this thing. So like she gets up, like girl gets up and starts walking. Like after everything, she just mans up. She's like, I'm getting into this ambulance, I'm gonna get some stitches, I'll be it's chill. Like she just gets up straight up and walks into the ambulance, like not even get cared, just let me walk. Like, you know, guys, let me walk, and that's it. Let me just I'm gonna walk and it'll be all good. Like I'm not gonna die. Like we can just walk, and that's like we're good. And I'm like, what? People came up, they were actually like running or dashing like freaking Harry Fox, and they just came and they're like, what's happening? And I was like, some bad stuff went down, and I explained the situation, and they're like, what the heck? Like, did that happen? And then my parents were like, dude, don't say that. Like, you don't want to, you know, they weren't here. Like, they don't need to know. It's probably bad to, you know, tell the story to everybody. And I was like, yeah. So that's the only people who know. They don't remember it anymore. But that's basically it. And then the freaking, she just gets in, and the grandmother gets in, and basically the freaking sirens are still wailing, and they drive off. In the sky, gazing far into the